What would you do if your greatest enemy was living inside your own mind? Not a stranger, not your circumstances, just a whisper that says, you can't. This story starts with silence, but where it ends, it might just unlock something buried inside you.
In the heart of a crowded city, there lived a humble salt merchant named Harish. He had 2 sons. The younger, charming and quick-witted. The elder, quiet, uncertain, and always standing a few steps behind. His name was Rohan. People called him slow, weak, invisible. He didn't fight back. He barely spoke. Even in school, he shrunk behind his desk like his presence was a mistake. His father tried to toughen him up, often scolding him for not speaking clearly or thinking fast enough. But words can bruise deeper than stones, and Rohan was breaking from the inside.
We all know someone like that, don't we? The one who fades into the room, not because they have nothing to say, but because they believe no one will listen. And sometimes that belief becomes their truth.
Rohan began to slip. He struggled with exams, too afraid to trust his own answers. He fumbled with words, avoided eye contact, and let others walk all over him. When he turned 20, his father asked him to manage the shop. Rohan agreed, afraid to disappoint him. But customers talked over him. Some even tricked him. He would nod, apologize, shrink. And one afternoon, that fear cost them everything.
Confidence doesn't vanish overnight. It dissolves each time we let fear win. And when no one believes in you long enough, sometimes you stop believing too.
A group of men entered the shop while his father was away. "We're here to pick up the stock for delivery," one said confidently. Rohan hesitated. Something felt off, but he didn't question. He let them take every sack. When Harish returned to an empty shop, his fury was volcanic. "Get out. You've destroyed everything I built. You're nothing but shame." That night, Rohan stood at the edge of the river, his reflection shaking in the current. He didn't want to die. He just wanted the noise in his head to stop.
Now pause right there. Imagine staring at water, believing it holds more peace than your own future. You'd expect hopelessness, but what came next was the beginning of everything.
An old man appeared beside him. Without a word, he pulled Rohan back. "Why did you stop me?" Rohan yelled. "Because you haven't even met yourself yet," the old man whispered. Come, 3 days, 3 tasks, that's all I ask." Something in that voice felt like hope. Day 1. Rohan had to speak to 10 strangers. He fumbled, got ignored, but also heard laughter, made 2 people smile. Day 2. Teach 10 children about water. "But I'm not smart enough," he said. "Just share what you know," the old man replied. His hands trembled, but the kids listened. And by the end, Rohan was speaking without notes. Day 3. Return home and apologize to his father. The hardest task, but he did it, with tears in his eyes and strength in his voice.
Maybe you felt it too, that weight of always being less than, but fear only grows in silence. And Rohan had finally broken his.
His father forgave him. Slowly the business recovered, but more importantly, Rohan recovered himself. Years later, the same boy who once feared his own voice became a respected merchant. Not because he changed who he was, but because he finally saw who he could be.
The essence? Confidence isn't a talent. It's a decision. The decision to show up, even when you feel small. The decision to speak, even when your voice shakes. The decision to believe, especially when no one else does. And once you decide, the world doesn't change instantly, but you do. And that changes everything. But what happens when your life feels full, yet something still feels missing inside? If that moved something inside you, watch our next story, The Jar of Your Life. Click to watch. It's waiting for you.